Archaeologists have discovered the ruins of a cathedral in the subterranean citadel of Old Dongola, which once was the capital of the Nubian kingdom Makuria. Excavations in Old Dongola have been ongoing since 1964, and as you can see, new discoveries keep being made. But this particular discovery does take the cake. They have discovered the ruins of a large cathedral from medieval times, and it might very well be the largest cathedral ever found in Nubia. I'm Kaylee, welcome to my channel, and join me in uncovering all that we can about this new discovery that's been made in Sudan. Let's start with a short history summary of Nubia. One of the very first civilizations in Africa emerged here. They were known as the Kerma culture. They lasted from 2500 BCE up until Pharaoh Thutmose I from the new Kingdom of Egypt conquered their lands in 1500 BCE. For the next 400 years, most of Nubia fell under the heirs of Thutmose I. The Kingdom of Kush conquered Egypt in the 8th century BCE during the reign of the Kushite King Piye. This rule over both countries lasted approximately an entire century and is known as the 25th dynasty of ancient Egypt. Northern Nubia was invaded and annexed by Egypt under the rule of the Greeks and Romans. This territory became known as Dorikashoinos in the Greco-Roman world. Eventually, in the 4th century AD, the Ethiopian kingdom of Aksum invaded Kush, and this gave rise to 3 Christian kingdoms on the Nubian lands. These 3 are known as Nobasha, Alodia and Makuria. The latter is of importance today. The Kingdom of Makuria lasted approximately for a millennium. The eventual fall of Makuria started the partition of Nubia, which was split between the northern half being conquered by the Ottomans and the southern half being conquered by the Sennar Sultanate. This was a monarchy spanning over modern-day Sudan, northwest Eritrea and western Ethiopia. Islamization and Arabization spread among the Nubian people during this time. Today, the region of Nubia is split between Egypt and Sudan, and the archaeological science researching ancient Nubia is called Nubiology. Now that we have an understanding of the history of the area, we can look into the capital of Makuria, Old Dongola. Old Dongola was founded as a fortress in the 5th century AD. The citadel was home to a royal residence, numerous palaces and public buildings. In the midst of the 6th century, Christianity arrived in the area and Old Dongola became the capital of Makuria, eventually covering an area of 200 hectares with several churches, urban residences in the north, and the citadel and urban buildings in the south within the old walled fortress. This latest discovery was made in the subterranean citadel of Old Dongola. With the help of remote sensing technology, they found a large empty space in the center of the ancient town. They expected to find an old town square, but they weren't ready for what it was they stumbled upon. 2 walls of a cathedral's apse were revealed during excavations. The apse was adorned with paintings in the 10th or early 11th century. These paintings depicted the 12 apostles. They measured the church's apse to be 6 meters wide and the entire building to be 26 meters wide and possibly as tall as a 3-story building. The apse is the largest one found in Nubia up until now. They unearthed a dome of a large tomb to the southeast of the church's apse as well. The layout of the church and dome mirrors that of the Cathedral of Faras, which stood in the Nubian city of Faras near the modern border of Sudan. The Cathedral of Faras was discovered some 60 years ago. The tomb belonged to Joannes, the bishop of Faras, and measured approximately 1.5 meters in diameter. The tomb discovered in Old Dongola is much larger, approximately measuring 7.5 meters in diameter. The researchers have hypothesized that this large tomb could have been the resting place of a powerful archbishop from Makuria. Up until this discovery, the archaeologists and researchers in the area had believed that a church outside of the city walls served as Old Dongola's primary place of worship. But according to Salim Faraji, a scholar of medieval Nubia at the California State University, this is not a surprising discovery. Not involved with the excavations on site, but he explained to Atlas Obscura that Old Dongola was the seat of a powerful Christian kingdom in medieval Nubia that conducted foreign diplomacy with Muslim Egypt, Byzantium and the Holy Roman Empire. Old Dongola at its height was as big as medieval Paris. The residents of the city used water wheels to irrigate the land for agriculture. Makuria is sometimes seen as a fairy tale kingdom that has been largely forgotten. For almost 6 centuries it enjoyed a peaceful relationship with Egypt. Muslims were given protection when passing through the kingdom and were allowed to worship at a mosque in Old Dongola. The Kingdom of Makuria even stopped advances of Islam into Africa for several hundreds of years, even while Muslims conquered half of the Byzantine Empire. The throne hall, which was constructed as a royal building, was later converted into a mosque. Archaeologists have discovered numerous large villas belonging to state and church officials. The city was home to dozens of churches with their interior walls painted with frescoes. Some of these frescoes are now on display at the National Museum in Khartoum. Old Dongola is also known for the beehive-shaped Islamic tombs known as kubas, that were built in the early 14th century. The researchers have begun a cooperation with an art conservation and restoration team to secure the church's paintings and eventually prepare them for display. The weakened and peeling wall plaster covered with the painted decorations must be strengthened and carefully cleaned of the layers of dirt and salt deposits that are harmful to the paint before they can continue any excavation work. First, they must construct a roof over the currently unearthed walls so they can start the conservation of the paintings. As we speak, the city of Old Dongola, the city of Old Dongola is applying for a place on the UNESCO World Heritage List, as it's one of the most important archaeological sites in Sudan. The next season of excavation in Old Dongola is planned to start in October 2021 and will continue throughout to the winter in 2022. Who knows what more they will discover in this ancient city? A forgotten city whose history deserves to be uncovered and told to future generations. If you're still discovering new buildings after 60 years of almost continuous excavations, then I'm certain they will make more finds in the future. I'm sure, without a doubt, that it still holds many secrets just waiting to be discovered. But up until then, we can only imagine what lies beneath the earth. If you enjoyed watching this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of these kind of videos from me, and click that bell icon if you want to be notified every time I upload. If you haven't seen my previous videos yet, then click the card in the upper right corner, the links in the description down below, the links in the description down below, and click one of the cards in the end card. I'd also like to thank my patrons, Richard, Barry, Scott, James, Floyd, Prabhu DC and NGC6543. I've also seen that I've got a few members on my YouTube channel now. Thank you for supporting me and my journey. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!